Ninth station, Jesus meets the woman of Jerusalem. We adore you, O Christ, and we bless you, because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world. The reading is taken from Luke chapter 23, verses 27 to 31. A great number of the people followed him, and among them were women who were beating their breasts and wailing for him. But Jesus turned to them and said, "Daughters of Jerusalem, do not weep for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children. For the days are surely coming when they will say, 'Blessed are the barren, and the wombs that never bore, and the breasts that never nursed.' Then they will begin to say to the mountains, 'Fall on us,' and to the hills, 'Cover us.' For if they do this when the wood is green, what will happen when it is dry?" Reflection A, do not weep for me. A young woman moved into her current house 8 years ago. On the walls of one downstairs room, there are at least 9 paint colours in extraordinary patchwork paint pattern. It's not some cutting-edge new interior design scheme. Rather, all these colours are from testing pots. Even after 8 years, this woman cannot decide what colour to paint the room. Making decisions can be impossibly difficult. Often we decide by not deciding. We simply defer until we reach a crisis point. Even as Jesus makes his way to Calvary, he does not stop seeking to bring people to decision. He comes across a group of ritual mourners, but is scornful of their engineered tears. "Do not weep for me," he says. "Weep for yourselves. The crisis point has come. Judgment is at hand. Now these women must decide, along with everyone else. Who is Jesus? Is this condemned man really God's son? Will his death mean anything at all?" Constantly in the Gospels, Jesus tries to get people to decide, perhaps most dramatically when he takes the disciples to a quiet place and asks, Who do you say I am?" That question is the most important one any of us will ever have to answer. What do you say Jesus is? A madman? A deluded fool? A teacher? An example of good life? Or is he more than that? Is Jesus actually God in our midst? And if so, does his death destroy death and set us free for a new life lived with him forever? Who do you say Jesus is? That's a decision that can be deferred forever.